Alright everyone, I'm here to give you my WWE Smackdown review for May 21st, 2015. The reason why I couldn't do the review earlier because I haven't seen the show yet because I was busy doing other things. So I'm going to watch it now. I can't watch it on the DVR because the DVR wasn't working and I couldn't record the show. So I'm going to watch it off the watchwrestling.sh channel that they have. There's this wrestling site you can find, like any wrestling that you can watch, and I'm just gonna watch it off there. And there's two videos, so I'm gonna watch part one first, and then come back and make a video, and then I'm gonna watch part two, and I'm gonna make three small videos and combine them all into one video. And yeah, that's to be a lot of fun. So I'll be back to give you my thoughts on the first part of the show when I get the when I see it all. But I'll be back then. So hope you guys enjoy this video. Okay, so I'm here to talk about part one of SmackDown. I'm gonna go to bed though after I'm done recording this section of the video because I'm really tired, and I just I figured I'd finish part one and then I'd watch part two probably when I wake up or something, because it's like 1:30 in the morning right now. All right, but we get Byron Saxton, Tom Phillips, and Jerry the King Lawler on commentary. Roman Reigns makes his return to SmackDown. I don't really know why they're really calling this a return since he was just at the pay-per-view. And I don't know. This is like the first time we've seen him. He talks about what happened at Payback. And he says that he needs to have a backup plan because he can knock out Seth Rollins all he wants. But no, he can attack Seth Rollins' goons all he wants, but that's not going to get the title off of Rollins. So his backup plan is he's going to enter the Money in the Bank ladder match at Money in the Bank and win it and become the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. But then Dean Ambrose comes out and says that when the Money in the Bank pay-per-view comes around, last year he was doing the same thing. He was reaching for the opportunity, but he's not going to have to do that because he'll already be WWE World Heavyweight Champion. And Roman Reigns respects him for sticking it to Rollins and the Authority on Raw to get the championship match. And he says he better have a better exit plan. And then Corporate Kane comes out and he denies Roman Reigns the opportunity to go into the Money in the Bank ladder match because he doesn't have the win-loss record, which I don't get why they're trying to say that because wins and losses don't matter in the WWE. But they, that's what he said. And Dean Ambrose says Roman Reigns asks, they make fun of him. Roman Reigns asks Kane, no, Ambrose asks Kane like if after the Authority's done with those scraps, if they just feed him to Kane, if he's allowed to use a fork and knife, or if he just has to eat him right out of a bowl because he's like the lapdog that he is. He talks about how he used to be one half of the Brothers of Destruction, and Kane says, "Don't mention my family." And he puts Ambrose in a rematch against Bray Wyatt. And Ambrose is obviously fine with that because he was about to ask for it anyways. And since Kane tells Roman Reigns that since he's such a loser, he's going to give him the night off. And Roman Reigns says that that's fine with him. He's going to go cheat. And he's going to go to the concession stand or whatever it's called. And just eat a bunch of food. And he's going to watch SmackDown. And he's going to make sure that that Kane is doing what's best for business. And then that was the end of the segment. I thought it was a fine segment. I liked it. It was pretty good. And then we get Tyson Kidd and Cesaro with Natalya in their corner versus Los Matadores, which consists of Diego and Fernando without Torito in their corner, versus the Ascension, which is Connor and Victor, versus the Lucha Dragons, which is Sin Cara and Kalisto. And it was a four corners tag team match. So that meant it was just pretty much a fatal four-way tag team match. Only two teams could wrestle the match at once. And you could tag anybody, so you didn't even have to tag a teammate to get in the match. And we had the New Day, which consists of Big E, Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods. And the Primetime Players, which consist of Titus O'Neil and Dalen Young on commentary for the match. But Xavier Woods was only doing commentary for the New Day, really. And this was a really damn good tag team match. I thought this was some good shit. It was fucking awesome. Tyson Kidd and Sin Cara start the match. And then the Ascension, I believe it was Connor, that tags himself in. And they just start to destroy Tyson Kidd. So pretty much the whole match from that point is just Tyson Kidd gets some offense in. And then El Torito gets up on the apron. And Natalia knocks him off. And they go at it a little bit. And then the Ascension and Lost Matadors get the heat on Tyson Kidd for a while. And then Sin Cara gets the hot tag. He starts going off on the Lost Matadors. And then the Ascension come in and beat the crap out of him. And then the Ascension and Lost Matadores get the heat on Sin Cara. And then Cesaro gets the hot tag. He starts going off on Connor. He starts, and he hits that. I love that spine buster that Cesaro does now. I think it's really awesome. And then one spot is the Ascension kept going too close to Lost Matador, so they kept tagging each other in. I thought that was pretty funny stuff. Just really good. And Titus O'Neil was actually really good on commentary. He was actually hyping the match, trying to get people to tune into the Elimination Chamber tag team match. I thought that was really good. And Tyson Kidd dives on one of the Matadors. I don't know which one it was. And the Ascension and the Matadors just do things like throw each other out of the ring. Trying to remember what else happened in this match. Cesaro hits the swing, and Tyson Kidd hits the drop kick on, I believe it was Connor. And one of the Matadors tags himself in and tries to take credit for it, but Cesaro just jumps on him and hits the knees right to the spine. I thought that was cool. Kalisto starts going off on one of the Matadors. He hits a face-first Hurricanrana on him. And she kicks up. And one of the Matadors breaks it up. And then everybody's just on the floor. And Sin Cara does like one of those twisty kind of flying moves. He just goes off the top turnbuckle and just spins and takes out everybody. I thought that was really awesome. And then it's down to Kalisto. And one of the Matadors. And Kalisto beats one of the Matadors with a roll-up and gets the victory. But and the Lucha Dragons win. So I thought this was some good shit. I thought the white team went over. I really liked the Lucha Dragons. I think they should get some momentum behind them. And I thought this was some good shit. I really liked this tag team match here. It was really awesome. And then Rusev gets interviewed. This was like on WWE.com earlier in the week. And he said that he always treated Lana with respect and that Dolph Ziggler took that away, and he said that Dolph Ziggler took his woman, and then Dolph Ziggler gets interviewed in response, and he talks about the week that he had, and he talks about how he's used to having women kiss him, and then Lana, and then he also talks about that he's going to be facing Ken Barrett tonight, and possibly winning the Intercontinental Championship at Elimination Chamber, and then Lana comes up. And Dolph Ziggler and Lana says that she's going to be watching his match and she wishes him luck. And Dolph Ziggler says, "Don't think I know what you're doing. You're just trying to make Rusev jealous, and I like it." And he tells Lana he's not that bad. She's not that bad of a kisser. So then we get Ken Barrett versus Dolph Ziggler. I thought this was a pretty good match. I liked it. Ken Barrett beats the crap out of Dolph Ziggler outside the ring. He throws him into the barricade, bounces his head off the announce table. Then he tries to go for the bull hammer. Ziggler hits a super kick, but Barrett hits a face first like suplex on him. Tries to go for the bull hammer. Ziggler ducks and hits the zigzag for the win. So I thought this was a solid match here. And then afterwards, you see Lana coming out cheering on for Dolph Ziggler. So I thought that was good. Paige cuts a promo. I didn't get to see the whole promo, so I'll probably watch it when I wake up tomorrow. But she talks pretty much about how Naomi took her out after she won the Divas Battle Royal when she became #1 contender. And she said that she respects what she did because she's just taking what she wants. And she just kind of beats rude to Naomi too because she said that she finally made herself relevant after that. And then she talks about how she ended up joining forces with Tamina Snuka and talks about how she's a boyfriend. And then she talks about how Tamina Snuka's in the wrong division. She should be like in the men's division. And then it kind of cuts off. The video like ends. So I'm probably just going to go to bed and then I'll watch it tomorrow because I'm kind of tired. The thing I don't like about this though is I don't like Paige's character really. The thing I don't like about it is it seems bland. It doesn't really. It just seems like that. It's just really bland. I don't give a crap about it. I think what should have happened is when she came up, she should have been like the anti diva, like she was on NXT, and that way and people could really get behind her that way. But she just feels really bland. She's acting. I mean, how can she? They still say she's the anti diva, but how can we believe that she's the anti diva? It's just on the reality show Total Divas. That's fucking bullshit. So I'm not a fan of that at all. But other than that, I thought this was so far this seems like a decent promo segment. I just don't really. I think they need to do something to change Paige's character, but I don't really think they're gonna do that. But other than that, this is the end of this section of this video. When I wake up tomorrow, I will review part 2 of SmackDown. Alright, so I'm back. I finally went to sleep, had my breakfast, and then I actually ended up finishing the show. But then I got hungry, so I had to have lunch, and then I had to take a shower. And my aunt came, so I visited with her for a little while. But I'm here to finish off this SmackDown review. And I'm just going to do it, so let's talk about the stuff that needs to be talked about. So, the Paige promo, I finally got done watching that, and you know, she was talking about how like what Naomi did to her. She said like she respected it. I talked about that in part 1, but then she says that she took what was Paige's, and she has a problem with that. And then Naomi and Tamina Snuka come out. Naomi talks about how that she's been how her and Tamina have been misused for a long time, and Paige just came right in, got all this stuff, got a Divas Championship match that she didn't deserve, like the first day that she was in the company. And then Paige goes off on her, says that she doesn't have what it takes to be a diva. You may have all this athleticism, but you don't have something. What was it? I think passion or something, or charisma. And Naomi goes off, said that she's gonna take out Paige. I thought this was a really good promo by both gals here. I really liked this. It was something different than just doing the match. And they start fighting, and eventually the numbers game catches up to Paige, and then Nikki Bella runs out. And Nikki Bella ends up tripping when she tries to attack Paige and Tamina Snuka. She botched that bad. I thought that was really funny. And she beats the crap out of them. And eventually, Paige goes to hit the rampage on Naomi, and then Nikki Bella runs in, hits a forearm, and lays out Paige with a rack attack and stands over her for the title. And they announce later on in the show that there's going to be a triple threat match at the Elimination Chamber special event between Nikki Bella, Naomi, and Paige for the Divas title. I think that's going to be a really good match. I think that should be good. I really like this segment, though. It was really good. Paige and Naomi were definitely the stands out in this segment. So then we get R-Truth versus Stardust, and this match was pretty good. I thought it was solid. Stardust hits the disaster kick, and then he hits Dark Matter on R-Truth, and he hits his finisher on him, and R-Truth kicked out of it. And I was actually kind of shocked. I thought R-Truth was going to get beat right there. So Stardust starts getting pissed. He starts taking his gloves off, and then R-Truth gets a hold of one of his gloves, throws it at Stardust, he catches it, and then R-Truth hits the pay dirt for the win. And I actually liked this. It made R-Truth look really smart, because they were talking about how that's how you have to be when you're inside the Elimination Chamber match, because he's one of the participants in the Intercontinental Championship Elimination Chamber match, so I liked this. And then Ryback gets interviewed by Renee Young, and he talks about how how the Elimination Chamber is a pretty terrifying structure, but that doesn't matter to him, because he's like a lion and everybody else is like scared little antelopes. And he asked Renee Young, what do you think that's like? And Renee Young says, I'm trying to become a vegan, so I don't want to picture that. And Ryback says that he's the big guy, and everybody else is just gonna follow him. And he wants to feed on that Intercontinental Championship, so he starts doing a Feed Me More chant, then he walks off. And then he comes back up, and and says that even the big guy knows some vegan recipes, so he can make Renee Young some vegan recipes. I actually liked this interview segment. It was really good, really funny, and I think Ryback's. I don't think he's like the greatest on the mic, but I definitely think he's improved on the mic. So then we get the Mega Powers, which consist of which is a parody of the real Mega Powers, but this is the Mega Powers with Macho Mandow and Axelmania versus Heath Slater and Adam Rose with Rosa Mendez in their corner. I like this just because of the Mega Powers. I really like it. And they dominate Macho Mandow for a while, and then he gets the hot tag on Axelmania, and he hits the leg drop for the win. On I believe it was I don't forget who it was on actually. I think it was on Heath Slater, but I like this. It's comedy stuff. It's entertaining, so I like it. And then Bo Dallas gets interviewed on why he attacked Neville, and he talks about how every day there used to be this bird that came in, and eventually he stopped because he got a broken wing and he couldn't fly anymore, and Bo Dallas would watch it fly, and eventually he nursed this bird back to health. And he said that's what Neville's going to be like. He says that hurting Neville is going to make Neville stronger, and it's going to make him a bull leave. I really like this promo by Bo Dallas. I thought he nailed it here. It was really good. So then we get the main event. It's Dean Ambrose versus Bray Wyatt. I really like this match. Dean Ambrose goes off on Wyatt. He works on the leg. He beats the crap out of him. Hits a suicide dive on him. Then he goes to dive on the apron onto Wyatt. And then he ends up going right into the steel steps. Then Wyatt destroys Ambrose for a while. One spot, Ambrose tries to do like a high cross body to Wyatt, and he just and Wyatt just like completely like denies him. It's like he ran into a brick wall. I thought that was really good. And then Wyatt tries to go for the suplex off the apron, but Ambrose counters into a tornado DDT. And then he gets back in the ring. Ambrose starts beating the crap out of Wyatt. He hits a leg drop in between the ropes. And then he goes to do another suicide dive to Wyatt, but Wyatt tries to catch him with his sister Abigail. Ambrose counters, Wyatt throws him in the ring, and then he hits the clothesline on him. I like that spot. And then Wyatt and Ambrose try to do their finishers on each other, but they keep countering. Wyatt hits a stand-up rock bottom on Ambrose, and he kicks out of that. Then Ambrose tries to go off the top, and J&J Security went out, being Jamie Noble and Joey Mercury, and they try to do what they did on Raw, but this time but this time Ambrose sees him, he attacks him, and then Bray Wyatt goes for Sister Abigail again, but Ambrose counters with a roll-up, and Wyatt kicked out of that. And then they both knock each other down with clotheslines, and then Seth Rollins comes out, and he tries to go to the ring to attack Ambrose, but then Roman Reigns music hit, he comes out, he takes out J&J Security, he takes out Jamie Noble, and then he hits a Superman punch off the steps onto Joey Mercury. And then Wyatt tries to attack Ambrose, and then Reigns, behind the referee's back, hits a Superman punch on Wyatt, and then Ambrose hits a Dirty Deeds for the win. So I really like this match here. I thought it was a good main event. And overall, SmackDown I thought was pretty solid this week. I can't really think of anything that I hated on this show. I liked the Four Corners Tag Team match. I liked Roman Reigns' return. The Paige promo was good. The Rusev Dolph Ziggler interviews was good. Ken Barrett versus Dolph Ziggler was good. And the match and R-Truth versus Stardust was a solid match. The Mega Powers was entertaining. Bo Dallas and Ryback cut some pretty good promos, and I liked the main event. So overall, I thought SmackDown was pretty good this week. I give it a 6 out of 10 if I was rating it out of 10. But other than that, that's my review of SmackDown. You can click right here to subscribe, and I'll be back at some point to give you another video.